Thanks for the good luck. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to kind of open this Castlevania block. I will be running first DS Castlevania game, and I have two amazing commentators, Brooke and Romscout.
Hi.
Brooke.
Hi, what's up? I'm Brooke, former world record holder for this category.
Yeah, and Romscout, who you most likely know, actually.
Hello. I've run this game a couple times.
Yeah, and I guess we're ready to go. Let me do this, please. Okay, that's good enough. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so right off the bat, we got intro fight. Here we get our first 3 souls. A red soul, which is used as like a projectile, in this case the skeleton bone. A blue soul, which is a guardian soul, in this case it's a spinny spear. And then we get golem, which boosts our strength. Those are our base souls that we just have. You get throughout the run, even the low percent run has to get those. And going into the actual game here, the first movement that you're going to see is backdash canceling. He's going to turn around, backdash, and then jump out of the backdash. This game has like really weird physics. I like to call this game just like whack Aria of Sorrow, because that's kind of what it is to me personally.
It's more refined Aria of Sorrow, but yes.
Yeah, I agree. Like in Aria, you have no control over your movement whatsoever. As in my opinion.
All right, so we're not here to start a giant debate between Castlevania runners, even though it inevitably happens between those two games. Go ahead.
I think we rescued Yoko, and we're gonna head into our first boss fight, Flying Armor.
I'm sorry, but aren't you supposed to cover the lore part of the run, of the game, Rom?
When's the last time I read the text boxes? I think like a decade ago for me, probably. I mean, the game's pretty interesting. It is a year after Aria of Sorrow, because they didn't finish the job the first time. So, yeah, it's Soma Cruz trying once again not to become Dracula, and a cult trying very much to make somebody become Dracula. So there you go. That's the entire story of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. You don't need to play it now. You know pretty much everything that happens.
Why did you do that?
But yeah, we got a... he's begun by an axe with all the stuff he just sold. The importance of the axe is that it has a special that lets you move vertically really high. It's supposed to be like this epic attack, but because of an exploit where you're able to pause the game and pull up a practice seal on a screen transition, and for some reason this screen transition here is at the corner of the screen, you're able to effectively do a screen skip, which if you look at the map screen, if you can see that, then you can see he just jumped like an entire screen length, and then is now in a part where you normally need like high jump or bat in order to access, but since he was able to do that exploit, got here in like a couple minutes. So he'll now be picking up the Cut-All coming up, and that's effectively the horizontal version of that same special. It places Soma's sprite maybe like a few lengths in front of him, and you can also do a screen skip horizontally using the same trick. So at this point, Diagon has the ability to skip any direction he wants. Anywhere he wants to go in the castle, he can go. But
so this is actually the hardest trick in the run. The triple zip chain here.
It's free.
Definitely difficult.
This game isn't really like hard trick heavy, but I mean,
yeah, it's pretty easy to learn. Yeah. But you have like 20 frames window to chain zips there, so it's not as hard as it sounds.
Alright, so we're coming up on the first major RNG factor of the run. He needs a succubus soul. There's 9, I believe, succubi in this room. And he can kill all of them at the same time pretty quickly using like an AI manip to get them into the corner. But even if you kill all of them at the same time, it's like probably, just anecdotally speaking, like what, 30% chance to get it?
I wish. I mean, it depends on the day, really. But yeah, no, it's usually a pretty common drop. You expect when doing runs to get this within a couple tries in most cases, like a couple cycles.
I will go with 5 and just load a safety save.
And if you're familiar with Aria of Sarah, you might know that that game has RNG manipulation. That's not really something you can do in Dawn because there's multiple RNG values going on. It's a lot more complicated because it's on different hardware. Some of it is even related to the DS's internal clock. Second try, nice. And a flame.
It's not
and a
only second try, yeah. It's how? And whatever.
So yeah, now you get to see the horizontal version of that trick he was doing with the axe earlier, using the cut-all. So the succubus soul. I don't remember what's typically used for, but I think it has this animation that you'll see him using it in about 10 seconds here, but it has an animation. It has an animation that you can cancel with the special, and then when you do the special one more time at the right timing, it lets you go where it puts your sprite wherever it currently is in that special animation. So
from my understanding, it just respawns you where the sprite is at the moment when succubus ability ends.
Right. Yeah, that's
same,
exactly right.
It accomplishes the same goal. You'll see he does those 4 slashes. That's actually not like a required part of the glitch. That's just the timing mechanism. So he knows when that animation is going to end.
Actually, from what I understand, it would be faster doing it without attacking at all, because every attack, it like extends the timing a little bit.
That's interesting. So here's a funky exploit. He's gonna pick up the doppelganger soul, and there's a really unique failsafe in this game where if your first gray soul, which are like your ability skill souls in like Hollow Knight, you know, your skills that let you progress. If your first gray soul is anything other than Balor, it gives you an extra gray soul. So even though he just got doppelganger, he also got access to double jump. And that's to prevent softlocks, probably, is why they did that. I don't know.
I don't think that's just an oversight, most likely.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game, like the map being attached to memory. Like there's a lot of things that they're doing, I think, to... It's a close to launch DS title, so...
Speaking of which, something we haven't talked about yet is there is a lot of touchscreen shenanigans in this.
Yeah, we saw him draw
most notably
earlier.
the boss steals.
Yeah, and I take almost 0 damage because like I got Pitchback Suit and it's really good. It's late game drop.
Yeah.
So this section is a giant vertical tower. So even though in any vertical situation like that, where it's like a multi-screen room, you actually do typically go to the top of that room. And it happens to place you at the very top of the tower next to the boss door when you do a horizontal zip there.
Alright, so he saved the game in reset and went into boss rush mode. And you might be wondering, like, why the heck did he do that? So this is a really creative routing thing that... Romscout, you came up with this, right? This is like your
I was the
scheme.
first person who was doing this, but that was centuries ago.
Yeah. So we can, using the cut-all and succubus glitch that we talked about earlier, you can basically skip most boss fights in boss rush. The only ones you have to fight are Puppet Master to get an orb to refill your health, and Zephyr, who's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure boss.
What? How did that happen?
Oh, what the heck was that? I've never seen that before.
I think
in my
it's
life.
because you got hit right before it was taking you.
I saw that like a few days ago during practice. I don't think I've ever seen that before that.
Anyway, it's almost time for my favorite part of the run, the fish. He has a name, but I always just call him the fish. So the big problem with doing boss rush this way is you need to get past this room. And for that to happen, you need the fish to spit ice to the right. So that you can stand on it and do the succubus glitch. Ooh,
Or
he
I
spit
can
ice to
just
the left.
kill him. That's fine.
Yeah, you can kill him, but that takes quite a long time. We do need to beat the boss rush in under 6. It's 6 minutes, right?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, you get a really good reward for beating it in under 5 minutes, and obviously they expect you to normally go through it with really overpowered weapons and having a much sturdier equipment overall. So,
Of course.
yeah, they expect you to do this late game once you've already explored most of it, or actually, I guess you technically don't even unlock boss rush until you've unlocked.
Yeah,
New Game
you
Plus,
need
so.
like a clear file or.
Yeah, so they're probably expecting New Game Plus for this at the very least. But yeah, you get a really good weapon at the end of this as a reward, and there we go.
there it is.
He almost died. Whatever.
Yeah, that was not the best RNG, but did get through.
I have to kill him, even though I have.
And this is the other boss we
Mana.
have to fight.
So the reason he's fighting Zephyr, even though definitely has enough MP to skip him, is because the MP just works out in a way that for the remainder of the bosses, it would be completely inefficient to have to kill any of the others after him.
Yeah, it's faster to kill this one, right?
Definitely faster than killing, like, Death or Agony.
I would just give up if you had to kill
Yeah,
Death.
you probably
in this
can't
round.
beat boss rush in under 5 minutes if you kill Death with Cutoff.
Says Romscout. Don't believe him.
So at 305,
he's- Okay.
yeah, 305 Zephyr kill is not the worst. It's probably about average.
Yeah, there's no more fights left, so this is honestly like not that bad of a boss rush.
Yeah.
It's fine. I missed time, but that's
Yeah.
alright.
Because
Yeah,
you have an
just
MP
enough.
refill, you do have a little bit of leeway on this last part. So I guess we didn't really talk about the category. Yeah, he's doing all bosses.
Oh yeah, so
which is-
all bosses. Just this probably shouldn't need to be said, but killing a boss in boss rush does not count for all bosses.
I'm sure somebody will
That's not-
debate us on this, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole point of the route to this point is getting one of the best weapons in the game. And now he can fight every boss with this. Like, there's no reason to farm extra attack souls because he's got this RPG for the whole
Yeah.
game.
It's pretty
It
cool.
has set damage.
It does set damage at, well, I guess 116 on this guy. But I think it depends on what the enemy's defense is, of course, but it always does like over 100 on every single thing you target.
No. It does
No?
75 on death.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 75 on death. Other than death.
I think there are more. I'm not sure why I didn't came up with this strat earlier. Jumping over him beforehand, before he goes out. That definitely saves a few seconds.
Hey, you know for next time.
Here's
Easy
the first
PB.
real magic seal.
I don't need to do that. This orb animation is really long.
So Condemned Tower is super weird. We've had one horizontal zip that sends you upward, and this horizontal zip will send you downwards because it's not actually a zip. there's a little empty space to the right of the screen he just did the exploit on, and because of that you drop downwards and just happen to land in the route to the end of the game.
Yeah, so that skipped everything, pretty much. You can go beat the game right now. There's no requirement. But again, this is all bosses, so you're just gonna need to beat all the bosses. The reason we go to endgame first is because they locked Black Panther behind an enemy soul in late game. If you're not familiar with what Black Panther is, it's the soul that makes you go really fast.
Yeah, for how much coverage of the castle Diagon needs to do in this run, it's much more efficient to actually be using that soul for the majority of it instead of zipping all over the place, because the menus do add up over time quite a bit.
Okay. And we're going to fight death right now as third boss fight.
This is, except maybe the final boss, probably the hardest boss in the run. He hits pretty hard, and we need to hit him quite a few times. Also very RNG dependent, like everything else in this game. You want him to do the attack where he swipes at you, because there's a cooldown afterwards where you can get in 3 really quick shots. And that's something we haven't mentioned yet, is every time he shoots, or almost every time he shoots the RPG, he backdash cancels it and then ducks, so he can go back to the neutral animation as fast as possible, and that allows him to get in a quicker damage perspective.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Never mind,
and even though you can backdash cancel all the attacks in this game very quickly, or jump cancel a lot of them.
Wow, do you see that?
What a move!
What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, so we've
He's here
always
to have
joked.
fun, that's all.
Yeah. We've always joked that the most dangerous thing this boss can do is nothing, and he just proved it right there. He didn't do any attacks, he just flew around and flew right into Diagon.
It's insane.
Yeah, pretty crazy pattern.
But yeah, you do need to wait for the explosion to start going on the shot as well before you shoot the next one, which is another restriction to keep in mind when doing this. Oh wow, yeah, you don't have a hippogriff, you actually have to dodge that.
Yeah, you have to dodge this the intended way, which can be kind of spooky. Okay, another magic
It's fine.
No sweat on that seal at all.
Easy every time.
That was actually a really scary situation, but Diagon clutched it out because those death skulls don't go away after you do the seal animation. So he had to do the seal and then immediately dodge the skull from death. So that was pretty spooky, but he was able to do it just fine.
Another benefit you just saw there of the succubus soul is that when you cancel with the cut-all, you have a brief period of time where you're actually invincible. That entire time leading up to where you do another cut-all special to teleport, you can just go anywhere you want and not be hit.
Also worth mentioning, it works only while you're on the ground, for whatever reason. If you jump, it just disappears. Iframes, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can jump cancel the soul.
So here we get Hippogriff, one of the other movement souls that's going to be really important, and another reason I guess would come to the late game early. Gives you the big upwards jump. It basically obsoletes the need to do X zips, except that X zip, because it's weird and takes you to the other side of the room. Because this game is wacky, goofy time.
That's true.
Yeah, it's funny, we've been calling them horizontal and vertical zips, but I guess it's really just Soma's movement that matters in that. They really take you to anywhere but the direction you're going most of the time.
This is, by the way, the best form of movement.
Oh yeah,
before
yeah.
Oh my god. Didn't see that.
Oh, oops.
That's fine.
What
You're
am
just
I-
intimidating him.
Oh, that was not good.
I'm bad. Are you kidding? Oh, whatever.
Oh, we got
You won. You won. That's it. Of course.
Final guard gets to keep his trophy.
Getting everything, but actually no. Never mind. I got really lucky.
Ooh, now Abaddon's gonna be kind of scary, isn't it?
No, I have 8 potions.
You have potions still, yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't looking. Alright, so we did another chain horizontal zip there to get right into the Abaddon fight. This is another fight with horrendous RNG. He has a lot of different attacks and ways in which he can summon the Locust. There's generally good strats to avoid all of the patterns, except this one is really hard. The U or C shape is the hardest one to dodge, and also allows you to damage him the least generally, so that's the one you don't want to see. Especially if he's in the corner like that.
Yeah, especially in tricky situations like that. That's when this thing really shows its might against you. In this one too. Oh, this one sucks. That's a really tight dodge window you give yourself there.
That pattern was horrible.
But got the
I
seal
did pretty
first
well.
try.
Yeah, no, that was a good fight.
Yeah. I don't think we've actually mentioned, just in case for anyone who hasn't played the game before, if he doesn't input that magic seal at the end of the fight correctly, the boss gains back a significant portion of its HP. And on an RNG boss like Abaddon, that means more opportunities to kill you. So...
Oh, wow!
Ooh, nice.
I can't believe that! Okay,
so that's,
well, that's lucky.
That's pretty lucky. So we were gonna spend a lot of time talking about how awful it is that Black Panther is tied behind a random drop, but Diagon just got it first try, so that's awesome.
At least I didn't get Sakuba's first try.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm glad.
Yeah, can't get too lucky in a marathon.
Why? Why did that happen?
We have a moment for a quick donation.
Yeah, sure. We're just going back to the beginning of the game to restock up on potions and kill some early game bosses. So now would.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Good.
But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can read a donation. But yeah,
This is just from Frozer. Frozer donated $10 and says, "Hey Dagon, GDQ, good luck on your run."
Thank you, Frozer.
Yeah, Frozer also a noted Castlevania runner. Order of Ecclesia especially.
Right, so another horizontal zip here. Even though we have Black Panther, some of these rooms are so long that it's still worth it to zip through. So yeah, now we're doing castle cleanup. They were really nice and put a warp right in front of the final boss. So what we can do now is go fight every boss and then just warp to the final boss.
Main reason we went here is to trigger a cutscene, so that I unlock high potions and high mind ups in shop.
And the red soul he has equipped now is Abaddon. That's how quickly we killed Valor, by the way. Like 2-second fight.
I mean, his second boss.
Yeah, second boss if you're doing things in sequence.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on in between the boss fights too much. This is another usage of the cut-all though. You can hit switches that are you placed a exact cut-all a cut-all special length away from the walls that are blocking them. And normally there's supposed to be backtrack options for you so that you can, once you reach this area, go back to the wizardry lab if you wanted and stuff like that. But since the cut-all special activates the switch, you can just kind of use it as a way to to go forward as well.
And also, while we were in Subterranean Hell, he picked up the Eversing, which is a really good armor, better than the Pitch Black suit even.
Oh,
It's going to boost his defense by a lot.
I thought about skipping it actually, but
Is it better? I'm not sure.
Muscle memory, I guess.
mean, like, yeah, the one that's after Paranoia, I think the best attack one in the game.
Well, it doesn't matter.
pick
It
up
doesn't
Elf
matter.
in
It
a
doesn't
row.
matter for this though. Yeah, since the RPG is set damage.
Yeah.
So I guess a really important thing to mention is that we only actually picked up one of the boss seals because we can just glitch into all of the boss doors except for one, which you need the second seal for. Thankfully, the second seal is like not in the way at all. It takes like 5 seconds to pick up. So yeah, we can just glitch into every boss room. It's a really cool part of this category.
Yeah, you cannot open the boss fight door without a seal that you need to kill him with. But yeah, collecting seals is obviously a time loss. So just skip that. And
Yeah,
now
because
we'll
even
go
when
to
you
the shop.
even when you have the seals, like it plays an animation for them when you open the door, so it's not like any part of it's faster. You're basically just getting an animation added on.
So now we're going back to the shop. Like Diagon said, that watching that cutscene earlier triggered the ability to get high potions and high mind ups, which are going to be really helpful, especially during the final boss.
Yeah, especially for all the spamming of Abaddon that you'll be doing too. Yeah, Black Panther uses a little bit of MP, but it's like barely noticeable.
Yeah, the MP you pick up,
from
the MP you pick up from candles and just gradually regain over time is basically greater than that of which the Black Panther uses.
I picked up Elfin Robe for additional DPS from Abaddon because it gives intelligence. Oh no! No! Every time.
Yeah. So if you have RPG equipped, you can stun lock
How are you not dead? Dead.
Dario. Alright, so now we're in this area. The Romscout, you actually know stuff about this game. What's this area called?
I actually know stuff about this game. That's arguable. This is the Demon Guest House, and there's 2 bosses in this area. But,
Yeah. I know the name of the bosses at least. I'm not that.
let me quiz you
with
then. Let me quiz you then. What's the name of this
This
boss?
guy is Puppet Master, and the other guy is Paranoia. Did I pass? Did I pass the quiz?
Yeah, I don't know. For time, I'll give you a B on time. That was a long answer.
Alright, so this fight's actually kind of annoying because your base ground level RPG shot is just barely low enough to not hit him. So you have to do like the tiniest ever short hop to be able to hit him with the RPG. Diagon has been absolutely killing it with these soul seals at the end of each boss, by the way. They are not trivial if you're doing them on actual DS or 3DS hardware, because the input reader can be kind of finicky.
Yeah, if you need any like validity to that statement, I think the world record for this category actually does have a missed seal, which is like just how hard the seals are in this game, honestly.
Yeah, even top runners do fail them from time to time. Here's another skip. He has to. This one actually is also non-trivial because you have to time your animation ending such that you don't end up in the wall. If you do, you'll get pushed upwards and have to retry again. You can also skip the little guy before Paranoia. I always call him the little guy. Alright, so this is Paranoia. Paranoia is another RNG heavy boss. He does between 1 and 3 dives every cycle. You want to see a 3 dive, because if you execute well and get a 3 dive, you can get a 1 cycle.
Jesus.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I rarely
One
ever see
cycle.
this guy not go in the mirror. That's really good
That's
luck.
like second time I've done this.
Yeah.
Just so
I
you
think-
understand.
Yeah,
Wow,
I think my
this
PB
goes
has
too
it.
well.
Yeah, my PB has it, and I was like, okay, I'm just never gonna run this category ever again, because I can't compare against that. So on the way out, he's gonna purposely get stuck in one of those pillars and get pushed upwards, because that allows him to leave the area quicker than doing 2 zips outwards.
Yeah, anytime you're stuck in a wall in this game, you do zip upward. So it's kind of a nice trick to use occasionally at a few rooms. Like
Nice
right
zip.
here, actually. This would be another example of that, because this zips you straight up to the boss and skip the entire section.
Yeah. And getting into this boss room is a little tricky because there's no slope. If you try to seal zip like on a direct horizontal plane next to a boss door, you will just get kicked out by the door. So you need to be a little below the door for it to work. But there's no slope in that room, so you have to chain zip into that room from the room beforehand.
Yeah,
And this is Agony, another pretty difficult
damage was
boss
still-
fight.
Yeah, the thing you generally don't want Agony to do is fly up in the air, because that'll give him some invincibility time where you're not attacking. But pretty much anything else is fine. Like, yeah, that's the thing you don't want him to do right there.
No, oh my god, it was so good.
Now that I mentioned it, I guess I gave commentators curse.
Why did you do that?
Oh,
Hey,
no.
the people had to know, okay?
I
That's
guess
too
a
much.
routing. Hit the seal? Nice. A routing thing that we have to mention is you do have to do Paranoia before Agony, because Paranoia still gives you the ability to fight Agony, because he's behind a mirror.
Also, you cannot skip that cutscene because
Yeah,
it's
that's weird.
ending related, and you cannot skip any ending related cutscenes. So I have
Yeah.
to mash.
There's a few different endings in this game. If you kill Dario here, or if you don't have Mina's talisman on when you do a major cutscene in the garden towards the end of the game, then you get 2 variations of bad endings. So there's only one good ending though in this game. I know like Symphony of the Night has like 6 endings or something crazy like that, which is like, why?
Oh yeah, something we haven't mentioned yet is the technical name of the category he's doing is All Bosses NMC, which stands for No Memory Corruption. There's like a crazy glitch in this game called Memory Corruption, where if you go out of bounds, you can access different points in the memory that are triggered by touching out of bounds map tiles, and that allows you to get items early, wrong warp, and set certain flags, such as the flag for the final boss being dead. And for just an example of how broken that is, the any percent with memory corruption world record is 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's basically beat flying armor, the first boss, and then do that's actually very similar to that same zip that Diagon did at the very beginning of the game with the axe, except do it in a slightly different spot and then just write the ending to the game. That's essentially what you're doing at that point. So, yeah, we started doing the no memory corruption category just to, let us play the game a little bit more.
Yeah, even if it's still
actually-
super broken.
It would be hard to find the proper setup to not to erase bosses from existence, but also.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do is erase bosses. Data
By
from
memory
existence.
corrupting,
Something
yeah.
else
Yeah.
I've accidentally done off of one of those zips is make the final boss respawn when you kill it, and I think I tested one time and ended up fighting it like 30 times in a row and it was still there. So yeah, you can do some crazy stuff with this. Or gain control during the ending. That's another fun one.
Yeah. That was, oh my god, I forgot the guy's name. I'm gonna fail Dom Sarah class. I'm gonna fail Dom Sarah class. I'm flunking out.
Why'd you spoil it, Diagon? I was gonna actually give hints.
Anyway, this is Malphus. I know this boss's name. Malphus normally gives you double jump, but like I said, because of that failsafe earlier, we got double jump from getting doppelganger.
But now we officially have double jump. The game said so.
And there's actually only one boss left. I wonder who it is.
Okay, well, we need to quiz you on this one, because you said fish. And the name in the instruction booklet is not fish. So
is the boss in the instruction booklet?
I don't know, actually.
Anyway, it's Rahab. I do know that the fish's name is Rahab. I just refuse to pay him the proper respect of giving him the correct name because he kills so many runs.
Yeah, I know.
So another succubus glitch there. He could have switched over to the bat soul and gone through, but it's faster to just glitch through.
Did I even collect it? Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I want to do something cool. Yes!
Oh yeah, the gun glitch? This is so hype. I didn't know you could do that like on purpose. I've done it on accident before.
Yeah, you have to, like, shoot and fall into the water in certain frame of falling animation? I'm not sure either.
Yeah, but Soma does this cool gun out pose.
And I cannot jump, by the way. Like,
yeah,
that's actually I'm losing time because of that, but whatever, that's fine.
Still, actually a pretty good fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no missed magic skills this run. That's really impressive.
And now that I got
the soul
I can
takes
get
you out of the glitch.
Even my PB doesn't do this one, by the way.
I was gonna say, is this new? I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
But it makes sense. Yeah, I've just
I found it, yeah.
Anyway, so now all that's left is the final boss, Menace, and he is indeed a menace. If you remember, one of the greatest GDQ moments of all time was SJQ 2016, when Romscout fought this guy.
That was with the minimum number of souls, mind you.
Yeah, that was in a low percent run. Things are a little safer in all bosses. That being said, the boss can still hurt you.
I have 15 potions, I should be fine.
Yeah. Phase 1, there's actually a relatively, so I guess since the last time this game's been shown, new exploit where there's a spot you can stand in and always deal damage to him. Even when he's doing the poison cloud attack, where we previously thought there was no spot you could stand and deal damage.
This should be sub 40. This is insane.
Yeah, this has been a really good run.
Yeah, but, I mean, all the major luck.
Menace could ruin that.
Both luck and boss fights were amazing.
So Menace's mouth is kind of like the more annoying part to fight him, because every time you hit it, it closes for a brief moment, and you have to wait for it to open again.
Yeah, there's 2 parts in the final phase that you have to hit: his knee and his head, or I guess mouth head. There you go. And the bottom one is just able to be hit at all times.
Yeah, you can multi-hit it with Abaddon Soul for really fast damage, whereas you just have to hit it with mouth head with rocket launchers. Pretty good pattern so far.
Yeah.
He has these
spawns.
Yeah, these Stephen King's The Langoliers that he can spawn.
The Abaddons actually do a really good job taking care of a lot of those tiny little mouth spawns when they're coming from the right side.
It's time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, dude, backdash cancel.
Yeah, if he stands in a pretty specific spot, you can backdash cancel shots at him.
A bit spooky. I'm fine.
Yeah, good thing about Black Panther, you can go around. So
Time.
get ready on time.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Really good run.
That was a really good run.
Yeah,
GG.
Thank you.
good run. Thank you for having me.
Well,
I'm sad that you're skipping some of these anime faces. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to say. Just good luck for the rest of the runners throughout the marathon. May the RNGesus be kind to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Dawn of Sorrow speedrun.com page. You can go there. There's a lot of runs you can have for reference. There's a Discord that you can join, linked from there. So
Yeah, there's that. And you can always message me or Diagon, and we can help answer questions for this game.
Yeah. Anytime.
Or any DSvania for that matter, because we all run all of them.
Yeah, true. Well, thank you for having us.
Official start of the Castlevania block.
GG
Castlevania
Diagon.
part.
What a run, folks. Sub
Yeah,
40
nice.
Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow in the books. Thank you so much for such a great run, Diagon. And during that time period, folks, you are showing up and supporting the Castlevania block and everything that's going on here for SGDQ 2021 online. Thank you so much. I want to get a couple of these in before we get to the continue on with the Castlevania block. Miss Scratch donates $25 and says, so hyped for the Castlevania block. It's my favorite game series. Come on, y'all. Let's get Reinhardt for the CV64 run. I want to see that scarf of his flowing majestically in all its N64 glory. Much love to all the Vania runners. And folks, we're mere moments away from the Castlevania 64 run. And so you still have an opportunity to bid on whether you see Reinhardt or Carrie for that run. It's only about $400 separating. So if you want to make a difference, and if you want to see Reinhardt, if you want to see Carrie for the Castlevania 64 run, get your donations in now. Going to continue on with the donations here. Krobner donates $250 and says, took the week off to watch speedruns, got up early to hit the best block, Castlevania. Thank you all for all you do to make this event happen and to support MSF. Thank you so much, Krobner. Jack and KC donates $25 and says, had to donate during the Castlevania block. That Starry Night painting looks too good to pass up. And yes, as you would expect, the Castlevania puns are flowing in, folks. Spooky Jonathan donates $25 and said, had to donate during the Castlevania block. Can't wait to see Dracula foiled multiple times, quicker than I can clear a single level. Keep up the great work and stay safe, everyone. Now, here's a good one for SGDQ time from D. Donates $50 and says, working from home while watching this awesome Castlevania run to help get me through the day. I have a feeling that's many of us, D. Sebastian donates $250 saying, loving speedruns, loving MSF, loving bonus games, loving you all the most. Keep up the great work. And of course, as mentioned, Castlevania puns flowing in. Sushi Elemental donates $20 and says, Dr. Acula to the boss room. Calling Dr. Acula, please come to the boss room. Thank you. Hear me? Sorry. Okay, folks, so I'm getting word that we are going to shout out the prizes here, and I'm not 100% sure what that's going to be, but we have some wonderful prizes available for you here for your donations here at SGDQ 2020 Online. Let's take a look.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at Summer Games Done Quick 2021 Online. I am not Sent. I am Mr. Game and Shout, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the amazing prizes that we have available if you donate right now. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. This is the first time that I've hosted a prize segment on my own. Sent is not here. That is not a bit. Sent is not even in the building right now. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm going to stand up. I do better when I'm standing. It's okay for presentation. But the thing is that when I'm sitting on the couch, I can hold things, I can move things. It's real easy. So if I had something right here that was like standing height that I could put things on. Wait, hold on. I've got an idea. I think this, yes. And if I just bring this over here. Yep. Perfect. All right, let's get into it. So it has been an exciting block, and we've actually had quite a long block going on for prizes. The current block that we're in opened up with the Penumbra Trilogy runs earlier this morning and extends all the way to the end of the Castlevania race that we've got coming up in about 4 runs now. So we have a lot of time to cover, we've got a lot of runs to cover, and we've got a really wide variety of prizes. The thing is, I'm a little high energy. The horror block was a little high energy. The Castlevania is going to be really high energy. And I was just thinking, how can we be a little calm and a little chill and a little relaxing? Let's just take a moment. Let's breathe. So let's focus on maybe some of the relaxing prizes that we've got available in this block. We're going to start with a prize that was sent in to us by our friends over at Legends of Localization. This is the Press Start to Translate book. It is available for a $5 donation. A $5 donation will get you entered to win this book. This is a book about what happens when you try to translate an RPG, Final Fantasy IV specifically, by putting it through Google Translate. My understanding is it goes about as well as you would expect. But maybe you like to do a little bit of light reading to calm down. I think this is going to be the perfect thing for you. Again, $5 donation, get you entered to win this. Maybe you feel calmer when you've got friends around, and the more friends, the better. So, have I got some friends for you? Also available for a $5 donation, we have these super adorable mini Among Us amigurumi. We actually have, I think we've got over a dozen of them in total. We've got a bunch of colors available. I've got yellow, I've got a candy cane one here, I've got a sky blue, I've got a dark blue gray. Colors aren't my forte. I almost didn't see this one because of the camouflage colors. I've got a dark blue, I've got a tan, I've got red. I have so many adorable little friends here. $5 donation gets you entered to win these. Now, maybe you're more of the Pokemon type for your friends. We've got you covered on that as well. I don't have it here with me in the studio, but available right now for a $10 donation sent in to us by our friend Prince of Spirits. We have holographic Pokemon Ghost prints. You can check out the picture of this on the website, gamesdonequick.com. If you're right there on the homepage, go to the link in the top. I'm going to try and do this right. Left for prizes. You should be able to see it there. We have 8 prints. We have a print with Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. And yes, I've got to look this up to remember it right. We've got a print with Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist. We've got Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure on the 3rd print. And then the 4th one is Yamask and Kofagrigus. Hope I got that right. We've got a print of them in their regular and in their shiny forms. That is 8 prints. $10 donation gets you entered to win those. So maybe you're comfortable with a lot of friends. And maybe you want some friends that you can like cuddle with. Maybe you want something soft, something relaxing. In that case, our friend Ashley Brem has you covered. We have a set of 3 handmade Yoshi egg amigurumi. $15 donation gets you entered to win these. I don't know that they're going to hatch into anything, but that's okay. They are perfect the way they are. Just wonderful. Absolutely love these. Thank you so much for sending those in. Now, maybe you don't want a lot of friends. Maybe you just want a single friend. I told him I'd do this. In that case, Core, thank you so much for hooking us up. You can have your very own Mr. Golfy plush. This has been quite the conversation piece here at the studio. Everybody seems to have a really strong reaction to it. And you know what? A $15 donation, this can be yours. You can win this. You can have this. If you were awake for the Gone Golfing run, it was absolutely fantastic. The commentary was brilliant. Maybe you want to be reminded of that run forever. In which case, $15 donation, this can be yours. This can be in your house, just always right there, ready to just give you a big old hug. We're gonna set Mr. Golfy over there right now. Now, maybe that was a little bit too much, right? Maybe now you're afraid to be in the room with the lights off. I can relate. And we've got you covered. We have, courtesy of Iggy Zig, finder of fine prizes always. I never know how Iggy Zig gets this stuff. We have a light-up Yoshi LED color-changing nightlight. I don't currently have this plugged in, so I can't show you. But it does have, we've got it powered up in the past. It has color-changing LEDs, comes with a little remote so you can change the color from the other side of the room. Maybe you thought you saw something moving over in the corner where you had the Mr. Golfy plush and you just want to be really sure. You don't even have to get up. You grab the remote, you hit the button, boom. You have light, you have color, you have a feeling of safety that persists. That is a $20 donation. Get you entered to win that. Okay, so we've got all that. Maybe you're the art type. I get it. I respect it. Couple of awesome art prizes that we've got right now. From Nerd Pop Prints, we have this beautiful Nintendo 64 and flowers print. $15 donation gets you entered to win this. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the detail. I love the color on this. Look at that. Wouldn't that look wonderful? And it can be yours. $15 donation gets you entered to win this one. If you want something a little bit bigger, a little more dramatic, this one is seriously so cool. $25 donation will get you in to win this from our friend Saigo. This is called Starry Night in Castlevania. I'm going to try and hold it straight. I think we're pretty good there. I love this concept. I love this execution. The castle just fits so perfectly in this picture. It's like it's meant to be there. Just imagine this hanging on your wall. It could. $25 donation, get you entered to win this. If you donate that $25, it also gets you entered to win all of the other prizes that I've shown off here. Whether you want to be entered to win all of them or not, you will be entered to win all of them. So, those are the prizes that we've got available right now, and those are all going to be available to the end of the Castlevania race that's coming up here in a few runs. We also have today our daily prizes, the thing that we're doing this event. We have prizes that are available for about a day, sometimes a little bit longer. This one opened up with the Penumbra trilogy this morning, and it's actually going to be available through the end of Mischief Makers early tomorrow morning. A $50 single donation will get you entered to win the small neck plush. I love this thing. This is just, you cannot help but cuddle it. It's just so adorable. I genuinely love this. This makes me so happy just standing here and holding it. And I really hope that it finds a good home. It could be your home. $50 single donation from now through the end of Mischief Makers will get you entered to win this. So we've got our current prizes. We've got our daily prize. Last thing to talk about, our grand prize. And we have 2 of them this event. First up, Heroic Replicas has stepped up once again. For a $250 cumulative donation throughout the course of the marathon. So that's all of the different donations you make throughout the week. If you want to throw in a single $250, awesome. Thank you very much. If you want to throw in a bunch of smaller donations, hit a bunch of these prize blocks, try and strategize things out. It all adds up together. $250 gets you entered to win a custom replica from Heroic Replicas. You can see the full list of choices on our website. Again, gamesdonequick.com. Click on the prizes link in the top left. You have a variety of things to choose from. There's a bunch of stuff from The Legend of Zelda. You could get the Master Sword. I've actually gotten to hold that one, and the build quality on it is fantastic. You can get a Hylian shield. You can get a light scale trident. If you want to try some other video games, we've got the diamond sword from Minecraft. You can get I cannot tell you how huge this thing is, Buster sword with materia sockets from Final Fantasy VII. We also have some things from television. We've got the Sword of Omen from Thundercats. We have He-Man's sword. All kinds of great options to check out. $250 cumulative donation gets you entered to win that. The second grand prize we have is from our friends over at Skytech Gaming, and that is a custom Mark IX gaming PC. And this thing is going to be an absolute beast. Gaming, streaming, running away from golf monsters, whatever you want this to do, it is going to absolutely dominate. It is equipped with a Ryzen 5800X processor, a GeForce RTX 3080 Ti. They found one, they put it in here, and it can be yours. $250 cumulative donation throughout the course of the marathon will get you entered to win both of those grand prizes. Okay, a couple other things I want to talk about. A reminder to everybody that for the entire month of July, all of the revenue that GDQ receives from subs and bits, minus taxes, is going to be passed on to the charity. If you have Amazon Prime, that means that you have Twitch Prime. And if you have Twitch Prime with a P, if you have Twitch Prime, you have a free sub that you can sub to one channel every month. Doesn't cost you anything, but the channel still gets the money. So if you've got that, if you haven't spent it yet, please consider supporting the channel. You get access to our subscribers-only chat during the event. You get access to all of our awesome emotes, including one in particular that might be my new favorite. I may be a little biased, I'm going to admit. Again, you can check out all of the prizes that we have available on the tracker, on the website, gamesdonequick.com, link in the top left. And I think that's going to be it for prizes for the month. I'm not going to touch that. It's still, thank you, Core, for your generosity. It's still there. Next up, I'm going to hand you back to LattMackey. We're going to be getting ready for the Castlevania 64 run. We've got a bid war underway to see who is going to be the character for that. I'm not sure if that might have changed during this segment. We'll see what you all came up with. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're going to be looking forward to talking to you again later throughout the marathon. I'm going to hand you back over to LattMackey. Have a good one. We'll see you in the future.
Thank you. And welcome back, folks, to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Thank you so much, Mr. Game and Shout. Just a quick update there. It's actually an RTX 3070 Ti that comes with the CPU build. So just a quick correction there. And folks, thank you so much. You are right in the middle of a Castlevania block, and Castlevania 64 on deck, just about to happen. But I want to get through a couple of donations here before we keep things going here. It's been a fun marathon already. Guiltless donates $50 and says, Castlevania block hype. It's a long-standing tradition for my bestie Saki and I to watch this block together despite living across the planet from each other. Events like this are wonderful for bringing people together for great causes. Thank you to everyone working so hard to make this GDQ happen. Thank you so much, Guiltless. And I want to give everyone just a quick heads up on a donation incentive that's coming up here, folks. We have a blindfolded Battletoads run coming up by the Mexican runner that needs to be met. We're about $5,000 away. You still have some time, but only a few hours left. So you got to get that in and get it going right now during this wonderful Castlevania block. And with that, folks, I am excited. Get hype. It is time for some Castlevania 64 love with the one, the only Ty 2358. Good luck. Keep this thing going. Good luck on your run.